I'm a music artist, and I feel like I have the fear that many artists share. It's that fear deep inside where one might think that they're out of fuel. They lost that spark. At this time, I just submitted my new album, Our Conclusion is in Arizona, to Spotify. And now I'm sitting here thinking, what if that's it? What if the tank's empty? No more music. No more songs. No more art. It's all gone. I'm empty. And naturally, this sent me into a depressed anxiety where I would stay up all night long watching movies.
How did it happen in this little town of 8,000 people?
People now still ask me, what is it about Muscle Shoals? It's just a little village on the Alabama border. Why does that music come out of there?
This is a documentary about this strange phenomenon where tons of brilliant songs were being recorded in this tiny, nondescript town in northern Alabama.
Magic is the word that comes to mind for me when I think of Muscle Shoals. And you will be transported. You will be changed. It's like the songs come out of the mud, out of the mud, out of the mud, out of the mud, out of the mud.
And that's when it hit me. Magic mud. If people believe that crystals have magical benefits to them, why not mud? Right? Because mud is just a crushed up version of crystals, right? And maybe there's magic mud in specific locations, right? In the Muscle Shoals of Alabama, songs come out of the mud. In some places where people are wealthy, maybe the wealth comes from the mud. Maybe where people fall in love, the love is coming out of the mud. It's a little bit more strong there, the love, right? And if music comes out of the mud at Muscle Shoals, I could just go there, pay a visit, and while I'm present, hope that the great music will come up from the mud and enter into my consciousness, and then I can transcribe it and share it with the world. Or I could go to Muscle Shoals, Alabama, and take some of the magic mud home.
And leave everything. Alright, now in the unlikely event of a water evacuation between Dallas and Birmingham,
Right. So aside from traveler's anxiety taking away all ability for me to sleep last night, I do want to add that I've never been to Alabama. Aside from living in Texas, I've never been to any southern state. So I did some research for our adventure today. Let's see if we can... Okay. So, to find the magic mud, I printed out this soils profiles map sort of thing. Here, see where the original studio was? It falls under D. And where the second studio was in 1979 also falls under D. That soil unit is Decatur Silt. There's a city called Decatur about 50 miles east from the Muscle Shoals. I guess this map isn't far enough extended so you can't really see. Called Decatur. And the saying there that the locals say is, Decatur never smelled greater, which is a sarcastic saying because you will go there to Decatur and say, this is the worst smelling city I've ever smelled. And it might be, Decatur might be the worst smelling town in the South. Why? Cat food factory. Now, why am I concerned about this? As we can see, the Decatur silt is not just a nomenclature, it is the same soil layer. So I'm going to be a little bit paranoid once we do get our soil sample here. Will it smell like cat food? Probably not. There's probably enough biodegradability within the 50-mile stretch that I have absolutely nothing to worry about. But you better believe I'm going to be down on my knees sniffing. When it comes to non-developed land, I can't just show up at someone's private property and just start digging. That would not be appropriate. Here, where the second studio is, where it does have a bit of a open area, was an area of interest to collect the soil from, until I realized that is a cemetery. And then I realized that we have this same soil layer in this forested area here. So this is where we're going to go today. And I do have a picture actually of the soil. It's going to be this reddish, almost clay material. It is technically a silt. This is what we're looking for. This is our magic mud.
Unleash the sadness inside, holding it in for all this time.
So, here I am, in the Muscle Shoals, in the middle of this vortex of magical energy. And at this point, I can only hope that Bono is correct, that it is in the mud, and that this magic can be harnessed.
Confirmation under nothing. Confirmation's everything. You said you love me. Confirmation's everything. Don't say the songs. Damage control to this for love. And nothing is lonesome is everything about you.
It's one thing to keep this bucket of mud nearby while I'm working on music, just hoping that its magical properties are giving me some sort of benefit. But it's another thing to keep a little bit of this magic mud on me at all times, which is why I fried a little bit in water to remove any unwanted organics. And then I took that and put it in a little vial that I can wear around my neck at all times. So the magic is always with me. So maybe in a year from now, hopefully not longer, the magic mud will have gifted me some of its magic and I'll be releasing some great music at that time. If not, then I guess magic mud isn't a real thing. But just in case, I advise you keep an eye out for locations that might have a magic mud. Mud that can give you luck, Mud that can help you fall in love. Mud that grants prosperity. Somewhere, there might be a magic mud for you. You just have to start digging.
Everything's so painful.